A flat afternoon, you would have to say, at the Aviva Stadium. Shane Horgan, the Italians, and we'll get into it in more detail, finished that game with 12, and then Ireland weren't overly impressive themselves, so I'm not sure anybody walks away feeling great about this.
No, they don't, and how much have we learned here from the players? We were so excited to see in the back three. I didn't think they gelled particularly well, although moments of individual brilliance and good play, but didn't think that we've seen a real movement on in that area. I thought our kicking game wasn't great, and our shape looked poor. Even when we were at the short period where there was 15 against 15, Italy actually defensively looked quite good when dealing with our standard shape, which was something that we've worked on for the last 6 months and has been a hallmark of our play. And probably the one thing we did learn was when Johnny Sexton came back on, he organised that shape much better, and Ireland looked, they got their timing better, they looked more likely to breach the line, they just looked better organised, but we knew that already, didn't we?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of points there in there, Shane. First of all, I think we've got to be the only team sport on the planet that constantly shoots ourselves in the foot. Now, if that's your first game of rugby that you're watching, you're not going to watch a second. Our laws are not, many of our laws are no longer fit for purpose. It is nothing to blame for the players on the field or the officials on the field. They are simply implementing the law. And it's not just that law where Italy are so unjustly punished to be put down to 13 men. But there are so many other laws, we can't get into them now. But you've got to give Italy credit here too. Everyone wanted to kick them out of the competition. Man, when you're down, you get kicked, don't you? They got kicked hard today, and they didn't quit. They tried their guts out, and you've got to give them credit for that. The loser today was not Ireland or Italy. The game of rugby lost today on the international stage. And I got a text off a former international player from Samoa, Fozzie Palamo, and he said he worries about the integrity of the game. And I've got to say I concur.
Well, if that had happened in a World Cup final, or a game where the result was in doubt, and let's be honest here, realistically, Ireland were always going to win that game. But if that happens, that situation in a significant game, it wouldn't sit well with anyone, Rob.
No, it sits really badly with you, and we're trying to improve this game as a spectacle. Rugby's trying to grow itself to appeal to bigger masses, and it's a complicated game at the best of times. And then you've got an incident like this that completely throws everything out the window. They're not helping themselves, you feel. With head injuries and things like that, they need to be doing more to improve this game as a spectacle.
I would say the intention behind the rule is a good one. It's not to give the opposition an advantage and not allow them to exploit going down or losing a front row and have uncontested scrums. I think that's good.
It prevents cynicism.
Yeah, it prevents cynicism. So it's a matter of balancing that against what we saw today and destroying a match for
I'm sure they didn't even know there was going to be a flaw in the rule, in the law, and it may well be changed at 9 a.m. on Monday morning.
So is it really the hooker position? That's the particular one in this instance?
Yeah.
But they've created the other law, as we said before at half-time. You go 100 years and one player sent off from the national team for grievous foul play, right? The guy that was sent off there today, we're trying to protect players' heads, which is correct. That wasn't grievous foul play. That was foul play under the new interpretation, but it's different. So that has happened. The other guy breaks his arm, and they're punished by having another one there. So the other laws that we've brought in to protect players' heads haven't kept up with the other laws in their book.
No, but they have to protect the game.
Exactly right.
So they're trying to protect the player, which they're doing,
yes,
but they are not protecting the game.
Exactly. But that's and I'm agreeing with you, mate. Their job as the legislators is to know what's in the book.
That one's an easy fix, though, isn't it, surely?
Well, I would think so. What I'm astounded with, that the Muppets have left it in there. Like, I didn't know. We're sitting here going, is that right? Is that right? So why hasn't that been fixed till now? That's their job.
Possibly because it never arose in a situation like this, and now a lot of people may be sitting at home saying,
on the international stage. So we've got to wait till in front of 40,000 people. Reggie Corrigan's there, the ex-Irish captain, took his sons to the game today. Will they want to come back to another game of rugby? We've got to put it out to all of Ireland to watch. We've got to wait till that point before our lawmakers move. It is really such a statement, a damning statement on our game, what occurred out there today.